Um, so basically, as a woman and as a part of Forever, I would like to share my own story with you because I'll tell you that I started actually working as a business owner from the year 2000 after I got married. So I was a landscape and garden designer by profession. That was a self-acquired skill again, and I was doing pretty okay in the sense my business was uh, used to give me a lot of time. I used to work 6 months in a year, and 6 months used to be free. So I used to earn enough to sustain myself and my family. But eventually, on the way, by year 2014, I faced a lot of health problems. Of course, the problems were not like didn't come in my life in 2014. They were gradually building up in my body. And let me also mention that I was a very, very health conscious person. I used to take care of what I eat and how I eat, and my lifestyle was very, very healthy. But because we're living in a very toxic environment and polluted environment, I did have a lot of health ailments such as sinus, cervical. My vitamin D was very low, and I had developed pigmentation on my face. So I was, of course, struggling, and I used to think, oh, it will get better. Never mind, let me do this home recipe, let me do this therapy, and I'll get better. I tried all allopathic medications also, but nothing seemed to really change it. And in 2014, I got introduced to Forever Living products. Initially, I started just as a consumer, but along the way, within 3 to 4 months, I saw a dramatic change in my body in the sense all the symptoms that I was suffering due to sinus or due to cervical started to fade out, and I started to recover from my ailments. At the same time, there was a very apparent physical change in my skin. I lost few kilos, so it started to show on my body. My pigmentation started to diminish, and people started asking me as to what was I doing, which is adding to my skin health. And I could feel the change in me. So that was quite a surprise because I had never used anything that made anything change in my body or in my health earlier, right before Forever. Uh, Alongside, I got introduced to the office training. So I would go to the office. We have an office in Delhi. So I would visit there, and I was fortunate to attend few seminars. It started to work on my mindset because my mindset was of a business woman, and I, of course, could see the change or the differences between my own business and Forever Living Products opportunity. I was working on a active income, so money was coming in only when I was working at it. But I realized that in Forever, I could have passive income. We all know what passive income is, but we also know that passive income comes eventually. It doesn't really start in the beginning, so we have to work towards it. Also, I saw that when I got introduced to Forever, I could distinguish that I have come to a company which is placing me at a pedestrian wherein I am the most important person. So I uh, could see that I was the most crucial person as far as this business goes. So I understood the opportunity. I realized the power of the products. Of course, I had seen the results. At the same time, Forever had put me on a pedestrian where I saw that I could really take a decision and change my life. So that decision was with me. I had to take it. For some time, I kept using the products. I kept understanding the products and the opportunity and the company, the philosophy. So it's kept working on my mindset. By 2016, I realized that my business was not doing too well, in the sense there was a decline in retail sales as far as my business was concerned, because people were going more online, and I realized that the more I was working in my business, the less I was earning. So I was putting in more efforts, but the returns were gradually decreasing. And here was an opportunity wherein I put little effort and I build a team and organization, and everybody puts a little effort, and we make a macro difference to our lives. Um, so I took the decision, and of course, I got the best direction from my senior leaders, especially here. I know that Naseema is with you. I've personally interacted with her, and I know how motivated and how self-driven is she. So I'm sure you'll get the best of guidance. So I took the decision. I got the best direction, and then I reached my destination. So in 2016, when I took the call to do Forever full time and say bye to my business, which I had built over 15 years. It was a very, very tough call. And I'm sure for people in this group who are right now in a job or doing something of their own, they're kind of self-employed, it's a very tough call. But I could see the potential of this opportunity. I really did. And I took the call, and because I was not trying forever, I took the decision to do forever. It was not on a trial basis that I'll do it and see how it goes and then we'll see. No, it was not like that. It was like I have to do forever, because I believed in myself, and by that time I had developed a belief in the company, the system, the opportunity, because I also saw that I'm not the first one to start my career with Forever. Forever is a 42-year-old company working in 165 countries, and it has changed lives of millions of others. It has empowered them for almost 42 years. So it was a tried and tested formula. The only thing I had to do is be the master of the subject, take a strong decision, and just follow the system. And that's exactly what I did. And in 2016, like I started around, I remember March, April 21st, I took the decision, and I started working. So how I would do it, because I'm a full-time mother, I have two young girls. So I was a very, very dedicated mom. I still am. So I would send my kids to school, and by 10 o'clock, I would finish everything that I had to do, whether it was cooking or doing anything. And I would leave the house at 10 o'clock and return by 2:30. That's the time when my daughters used to come back from school. So I would invest those 5 to 6 hours or 4 to 5 hours almost every day. I would have my daily plan as to whom I was meeting. So I would do some one-to-one sessions. I would do group meetings. I would do home sessions. I would just go to a lot of saloons. People whom I could just go and meet, because not always did I have appointments, and I had scheduled meetings. So I look for people wherein I could just go and introduce myself and maybe take a time and then come back later and follow it up. So, and during this process, I also practiced the law of attraction. So I would visualize myself being successful in Forever, getting the manager pin on stage, and believe you me, the law of attraction worked wonderfully, and people just started to join my team, as if they were looking for Forever. So it just kind of multiplied, and by starting from April to August 31st, I qualified as manager. So of course, manager position gives you some level of achievement. It gives you a sense of having done something in your life. It's a good starting point. But let me also tell you that manager is just the beginning. Nasima would agree with me that being manager means you have now acquired the wings and you're ready to fly. You know, because the eagle is the our logo of the company, and the journey is all about starting from an ordinary person and becoming a better person and then an extraordinary person, and at the same time duplicating the same process and giving others the same opportunity, empowering them, uh, changing their lives, impacting their mindset, and taking them with you, right? So it becomes like many people together on a mission to change their own life, at the same time changing lives of others. If I talk about know how it's good for women, how it's a home-based business, because I completely understand being a homemaker myself, being a mother, being a wife. Uh, Life of a woman revolves around her family, her her kids. So priority is always family and kids. So forever gives you that platform, because when we are in the house and we are struggling, know how to kind of accommodate everybody's needs, we realize that we give priority to everybody else, but we never think about our own self. So when it comes to our own self, we put it on the back burner and say we'll do it next day, or sometime again we'll do it, but that day never comes. I am sure a lot of you would agree to that, whether it comes to our health, whether it comes to doing something or buying something for ourselves, we always make it the last possible option. But when I came to Forever, Forever made me the most important person. They said first, will change your health, will change the way you perceive your life, the way you realize your own potential, because I never knew I could be a trainer. I never knew I could be talking to people like that. So Forever is the platform that gave me that vision, that empowerment, that strength, and that confidence to do what I'm doing right now. So Forever says will change the way you interact with your family, the time freedom that you need, will change your financial status, will change the way people perceive you, they respect you. Especially, we always keep striving for respect from our family and our children. We want to be role models for them. But today I can proudly say that my kids take pride in talking about how their lives are affected with Forever, how their mom has changed with Forever. So it kind of escalates and it builds up in the society and people that you are with. Especially now, I would say that Forever makes you from no very normal housewife to entrepreneur who is well known, and you can be well known in international community, in your own community. So the call is always yours. So it starts from making a very strong decision and following the right direction and then reaching your destination. There may be some women in the group who are still unmarried, because when you're unmarried, your life is very unpredictable. You don't know where you will be living, because your career may take you places, your marriage may take you to a different location, things may not turn out the way you want, or ideally one would want things to be. So but if you start Forever now, you can depend on Forever, because you can start it from where you left it. So even if you're right now in a full-time job or in a business, or you're at home, if the situation demands, you can always switch back to Forever and start from where you left it. So I think it's an ideal option for women at home, because you don't have to leave your job or your business. You can just use your unproductive time, because especially in lockdown, because we are all at home, we're not really going to work, so a lot of time that we were wasting in commuting or just struggling outside the house, that's been saved. So we can use few hours every day to build up this business, and that starts from understanding Forever. That's what I did, because I saw a company. I didn't let my upline or anybody else in Forever or people around me affect my understanding of Forever. I just said this is between me and Forever, right? So I understood the company. I saw it. I understood the opportunity the way I saw it. It's all my own perception. So I would advise you to look at Forever as a very, very viable option for all the women who are here, or the women that are going to be a part of your team. So you offer them the same perspective, and you let them experience Forever, whether it's the products, whether it's the opportunity, whether it's the philosophy. You may start with some needs, because when we are very, very normal people here, so we may have very small needs. For a woman, it's very important that she's able to sustain no small desires of her own children, whether it could be a hobby class, or no taking a small vacation, or buying a car, or buying a house. So there are very, very small needs that we go by. We hardly have much dreams. So once we are able to achieve those needs through Forever, our belief system becomes much stronger. And then, of course, Forever gives us the wing. Remember, it gives you the wings and then says, okay, now you can fly. So the moment our needs are fulfilled, we start to dream. Like today, I feel, and I completely visualize that I'm able to impact lot many women in my team, and have a huge group of women. At the same time, I can go international, right? So it's kind of giving me wings. It's giving me thoughts that I never had in my kind of my mind, or my thought process has changed completely. So I would also ask you that how many of you want to have a life which is like free and rich, in the sense that as a woman, we of course have our own responsibilities. We have to take care of our families, our children. Maybe we have some responsibilities as far as finances go. But finally, it's you. So how many of you have ever thought of living a very, very fulfilling life for your own self, giving meaning to your own life? That's the way I want all of you to look at Forever, because Forever is capable of giving you a completely new dimension, and giving you a complete freedom to live the life that you truly desire.